Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to understand factorial. Please excuse my voice, I have a little bit cold. Okay, the factorial of a non-negative integer n denoted by n exclamation mark. So this is what you call n factorial. It can also be denoted like this is the product of all positive integers less than or equal to n. So what it means is that see if I have 5 factorial, then that means 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. So 2 into 3 is 6, 6 into 4 is 24, and 24 into 5 is 120. So 5 factorial is 120. 120. So basically, if I have 10 factorial, it means 10 into 9 into 8 into 7 dot 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 into 3 into 2 into 1. This is 10 factorial. So I can also say that 10 factorial is equals to 10 into 9 factorial, right? I can say it because see, 9 factorial is again what? 9 into 8 into 7 into 6 dot 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 3 into 2 into 1. So this, and this, it's the same thing, okay? So this is what factorial means. Basically, n factorial is equals to n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 into n minus 3 dot 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 3 into 2 into 1. Why n minus 1? See, 10, then 10 minus 1, 10 minus 2, 10 minus 3. Like this it goes till you reach 1. That is the meaning of factorial. So see what's written here. N factorial means n into n minus 1 minus 2 till 3 into 2 into 1. And n factorial also means n into n minus 1 factorial. See, if I say 6 factorial is equals to 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, this 6 factorial is also equals to 6 into 5 factorial. 6 factorial also could be written as 6 into 5 into 4 factorial, right? 5 factorial can be written as 5 into 4 factorial, right? Because see, 4 is again what? 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. So it ultimately becomes 5 factorial, which is what? 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, like that. Okay. Next thing, 0 factorial is equals to 1. This is very important. Whenever you have 0 factorial, that means it's 1. Okay, the reason why 0 factorial is 1 is C. 6 factorial is 6 into 5 factorial. 10 factorial is 10 into 9 factorial. 300 factorial is 300 into 299 factorial, right? So similarly, like this, what you see, I can say 4 factorial is equals to 4 into 3 factorial, and then 3 factorial is equals to 3 into 2 factorial. Like this. Similarly, what we're doing is that in this you read that n factorial is n into n minus 1 factorial, right? So similarly, if 1 factorial is there, then it's equals to 1 into 0 factorial, right? And that is why 0 factorial has to be equals to 1. Okay, so that is why 0 factorial is 1. These 3 points are very important. Now let's start with our questions. So the first question is n factorial divided by 5 factorial into 3 factorial. Now see, this question is actually very easy. So the n factorial can be written as n into 9 into 8 into 7 into 6 into 5 factorial, right? Divided by 5 factorial. And you can write 3 factorial as 3 into 2 into 1. Correct. Now 5 factorial cancel. 3, 3, 4. So now if you multiply them, you're going to get your answer. Okay. This is how you solve this sum. Let's look at the next sum. 12 factorial minus 10 factorial by n factorial. So the way of doing this is to first visualize what is 12 factorial. 12 factorial is what? 12 into 11 into 10, like that. Right. So I can write here like this. What I did was, I know that this, see, 10 factorial is what? It is a multiple of 12 factorial, because 10 factorial into 11 into 12 is 12 factorial. So what I did was, I took 10 factorial common, and then I wrote 11 into 12. See, what will happen is that 10 factorial into 11 into 12 is 12 factorial. I'll get from this back this, right? And 10 factorial into, and 10 factorial into 1 is minus 10 factorial, like what you've got. So this is the same thing like this, divided by n factorial, divided by 9 factorial. So 10 factorial is what? 10 into 9 factorial. So this and this can get cancelled. See, 10 factorial is equals to 10 into 9 factorial. So if I have 10 factorial by 9, and if I have this like this, then I can cancel this, right? So what I ultimately get is 10 into 11 into 12 minus 1. So that can be written as, so 11 into 12 is 132. So 1320 minus 1 is equals to 1319. This is my answer. Okay, move on to the next one. Find the LCM and HCF of 6 factorial, 7 factorial, 8 factorial. So here always remember the LCM is the largest number. So the largest is 8 factorial, and the HCF is always the smallest number. So that's 6 factorial. Now why did this happen? Again, try to visualize. See, 6 factorial, 7 factorial, 8 factorial. Now 6 factorial is 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 factorial. I'm just into 3 into 2 into 1. Okay. 7 factorial is 7 into 6 factorial, and 8 factorial is 8 into 7 factorial. Okay. So that means what? This number 6 factorial and 7 factorial both are what? Both are multiples of 8 factorial. Sorry, both are factors of 8 factorial, because see, if I divide 8 factorial by 7 factorial, I'll get 8, right? So both of these numbers are what? Factors of 8 factorial. Okay, that is why this number is the LCM. And now see, 6 factorial is divisible by 8 factorial, it's divisible by 7 factorial, and it is divisible by 6 factorial. And it is the largest number that is divisible by all three of them. Because see, if I tell you 4, 4 is divisible by 4 itself, 4 is divisible by 8, 4 is divisible by 16. Now, out of all of this, tell me what is the LCM? 16 is the LCM, and the HCF is 4. Correct? So, the same logic is applied over here, and we get LCM is always the largest number, and HCF is always the smallest number. Okay? Now, we need to solve this sum. Now, there are two ways we have to find out the value of x. So, there are two ways of solving this. One way is to take their LCM. So, LCM, you know, it's 8 factorial, and then continue the process. You're going to get back, you're going to get x. But I'm going to show you an easier method. So, the easier method is this. See, this was our question. I write multiply, I'm writing multiplying both sides by 8 factorial. So if I multiply both sides by 8 factorial, what I get? So 8 factorial by 6 factorial plus 8 factorial by 7 factorial is equals to this, and this will get cancelled, so I get x. Now, 6 factorial, 8 factorial is 8 into 7 into 6 factorial by 6 factorial plus 8 into 7 factorial. I can write this by 7 factorial is equals to 8. So this and this gets cancelled. This and this gets cancelled. So what I have over here is 56 plus 8 is equals to x. So hence the value of x is equals to 64. The other way of solving this is by taking their LCM. that is 8 factorial, and then this will be x, this will become 8, and this will again become 7 into 8, which is 56. uh, and then you solve it, you're going to get your answer. Sorry, okay. This is an easier method, please use this. Alright, the next sum. If n plus 3 factorial is equals to this, find the value of n. See, we are given n plus 3 factorial is equals to 56 into n plus 1 factorial. Now understand, n plus 3 factorial can be written like this. Now, what I did over here, you need to understand. See, if I have 10 factorial, then what do I write? 10 into 10 minus 1 into 10 minus 2, like this, right? If I have 10 plus 2 whole factorial, what do I write? 10 plus 2 full thing, then 10 plus 2 minus 1, then 10 plus 2 minus 2. And this is actually 12 factorial. So, this is what? 12 into 11 into 10. What am I doing is that if I have an n factorial, what am I doing? I'm writing n, then n minus 1, then n minus 2. So I'm subtracting minus 1, minus 1, minus 1. No matter whatever the number is, I'll do this. So the same thing I've done over here. n plus 3, n plus 3 factorial can be written as n plus 3 into n plus 3 minus 1 into n plus 3 minus 1 minus 1, like this, dot dot dot, till whatever, till 3 to 1. Correct? So now, and you also know that I can write 10 factorial as 10 into 9 into 8 into 7 factorial, right? So basically, I can write n factorial as n into n minus 1 into n minus 2, n minus 3, like this, dot dot dot, n minus 5 factorial. I can do this, right? So the same thing I've done over here. N plus 3 factorial can be written as n plus 3, n plus 2, n plus 1, and don't forget the factorial sign. Then we'll get n, and the same thing. Now, since it's getting multiplied, I can cancel this. Then I just have to solve it. So you can do the whole prime factor, what do you call it, factorization thing and solve it. But the easier method of solving this is C, n plus 3 n into 2, and 56 can be written as 8 into 7. So n plus 3 has to be 8 because it's the bigger number, and n plus 2 has to be 7, and so n is equals to 5. This is my answer. Move on to the next sum. We have to prove this. This is very easy. See, n minus r plus 1 into n factorial by n minus r plus 1 factorial. Now here see, this can be written as what? N minus r plus 1 into n factorial divided by n minus r plus 1 n minus r factorial. What did I do? See, this number factorial is given. So what I have to do, I have to subtract some minus. So what I've done minus 1. And then I just put the factorial sign. So if I remove this, then I have to write n minus r minus 1, then n minus r minus 2. Like this, I have to go on writing till 3 to 2 into 1. But I'm not doing that. I'm just putting the exclamation mark. Now see, this and this can get cancelled. So I've got this. See, this only I had to prove. So it's very easy. You just had to divide this, okay, into two factors just by removing one. See, I did not do anything. This can just be written as n minus r plus 1 into n minus r plus 1 minus 1 factorial. See, what we do when we have 48 factorial, we write 48 into 48 minus 1 factorial, right? Which is 48 into 47 factorial, because 47 factorial will include 44, 43, 42, and like that. Okay, so the same thing I've done, and now this and this cancelled. I get my LHS is equals to RHS. This is so easy. Next sum, this. Now here please be careful. This is a ratio sign. Whenever we have a, b, and then like this, then that means a by b is equals to c by d, and it can also be written as a into d is equals to b into c. So the extreme terms, their product is equals to the middle terms, their product. Okay, so now let's come back to this sum. Now this is n factorial. We have to find the value of n. Okay, so n factorial divided by 2 factorial into n minus 2 factorial. Okay, now whenever we have 4 is to 5, it means what? 4 divided by 5. So basically, this whole thing is divided by again n factorial by 4 factorial into n minus 4 factorial. See, these things, and this is equals to 2 by 1. All right. Okay. Uh, now, now here, see, whenever we have a by b whole thing divided by c by d, then that is a into d divided by b into c. Okay, so now I will write this n factorial into 4 factorial into n minus 4 factorial divided by n factorial. Now first I will write this, and this will go to the numerator, and this will become the denominator. So 2 n into 2 factorial into n minus 2 factorial is equals to 2 by 1. No changes will happen to 2 by 1. They're basically saying that the ratio of this and this is 2 is to 1. Okay, now see, this and this will get cancelled. 4 factorial can be written as 4 into 3 into 2 factorial. N minus 4 factorial will just remain like this, divided by 2 factorial into n minus 2 factorial. So I can write this as n minus 2, then n minus 3, then n minus 4 factorial. Please understand, if I have 10 minus 2 factorial, then that can be written as 10 minus 2, then into 10 into 10 minus 3 into 10 minus 4 factorial. See, it's actually true because 10 is 8 factorial, and this is 8, 7, 6 factorial, and 8 factorial is equals to 8 into 7 into 6 factorial. So this and this will get cancelled. This and this will get cancelled. You have 12 divided by n minus 2, n minus 3 is equals to 2, excuse me. Then you can do simple solving the equation and you will get the value of n. Thank you guys for